Hey guys, it's Alert here, back again with another review, and today we're having a look at the NECA Predator Ultimate Jungle Hunter Predator. Yes, this dude just came out. I just bought him today, and before I effed it up, I decided I would film this review. Well, I'm kind of lying. I did F it up, but I fixed it. So, this guy is the Predator you're looking for if you just want one. However, I'm going to warn you about a few things, because NECA is a little bit tedious for having some frailty in their figures, but they do produce some pretty quality stuff from time to time. This guy's a mixture of both of that, so both of that, who cares? So we're just going to go ahead and dive right into it. Starting off with the accessories, he comes with this unmasked head, which is maybe not the head I display with him. You guys decide. I like the paint on it, but I also want to display him with his helmet. I don't know. I like that silver. Silver is really, really nice, but it's like, this is Stan Winston design here. If you don't know who Stan Winston is, what the fuck's wrong with you? Disgust me. Get out of here. Then he comes with an alternate set of handy hands. He comes with one to punch you with and one to rip out your jugular with. Personally, I like these. I'll probably display him with this grip hand here, but I do like these open hands. If we bring him a little closer here, get a good look at the details on those. I will say, this is probably the one that's given me the most trouble in terms of interchanging the hands. I'm not sure why, but I'll give you a prime example, because we are going to do it right now. You heard that pop? That means I was successful. I don't think the grip hand is as hard to plug in as the the grip hand's not as hard to plug in as the other hand, solely due to the fact that it was the one he had in the box, pretty much. The other hand I'm going to leave on, though, because I like the expressiveness of it. It looks really nice. I'll just lean him up against back there. What else does he come with? He comes with a separate biomask, which, in case you're wondering, does not fit on this head. Which, you know, would kind of make sense, but I like the interchangeable heads more because the mask stays on that head. And then he does come with a couple of goodies here. He comes with a skull. That's just a skull, so you can have a ton of your figures doing Hamlet, or you can have your figure be a total boss and just rip the whole thing out, like this fella has here. I'm going to display him with this just to add a little bit extra to him, but very nice detail. The spine is nice and soft, no bendy wire, but you don't really need it. And last but not least, well, it's not attached to him anyways, he comes with this little blast effect for his, what is it? Crap. I remembered what it was in the last video. Plasma caster, that's what it is. and at least that's what I think it is. You can plug this in. You kind of got to twist it as you're pushing it in so it goes in the hole. A lot of times it doesn't want to go in the hole, and I'm bending the peg because I'm a pro at this. Yeah. Well, does it really need the peg to go on? I don't think it does. Because this sucker is not easy to put on. I guess the peg gives it a little extra stability, but yeah, it's not wanting to go on. I had it on earlier, but you get the drill. The peg's there. It's just a little bit on the flexible side. So is this, so have fun with that. And then he has his plasma caster, which is what I think this is called. Which has a couple little hinges on it, and it rotates there. It doesn't actually like go back or anything like the AVP ones that I've reviewed, but what can you do? And then I just want to tell you a couple things about the little tubers on this guy. He's got one right here on his plasma caster. Right there. Be careful with that one. It'd probably be best if you heat it to have it pretty form-fitting to the plasma caster itself, where it's just kind of up against it. So you'd be less inclined to break it, or less likely to break it. And then this tube here, this elbow joint, this double elbow, this is as far as you're going to want to push it. Do not push it anymore. It will snap this thing off. I know the double joint's there, but unless you do some modifications to this tube here or have your own to replace it with, do not bend it past this point. And what I mean by that is this upper elbow joint can move forward once. This bottom one can move forward once. After that, you don't want to mess with it. And then this little guy here actually did come off on mine as I was trying to get the bicep to work, which it still doesn't. I mean, it's frozen solid pretty much, but I don't really need it to move considering this guy is prone to popping out anyways. But I did manage to fix this. I took a push pin and made an incision where the hose connected to the shoulder pad originally. Excuse me. And I basically cut out a hole with my X-Acto knife, and I just slotted this in here so it's pegged in a sense. So it was messed up, now it's not. It's all good in the hood. Other than that, the only other problem I have with this guy is the bicep being stuck, but considering that it's on this side and not that side, I could probably live with that, and it'll probably move in a month anyways. So articulation. The head rotates, but it's kind of stuck where it is, considering the fact that you got the plasma caster over there. At least that's what I think that is. If this is not a plasma caster, tell me what the heck it is, so I don't look like an idiot. The shoulders, we're going to stick with this arm for the articulation. Can move out about that far, back in, forward, back, bicep swivel. Double joint on this side works pretty well. He's got a gauntlet swivel as usual. His wrist are on ball joints, so you can get some really good expressive poses with that. His wrist blade here second one I have that does this. It's pretty cool. They do come out. And I've noticed while they're fully extended, they look a little bit more separated. They were right up against each other. I've had his finger wedged in between there for a good part of the day. So hopefully I'll just leave it like that, just so his blades will separate some. There you go. But yeah, you're gonna want to heat yours up or something like that if you want the wrist blades to look correct. And then on this side, he's got the opening panel. Now, you know I'm not crazy about these, but this guy's is constructed about the same as the clan leader, or not the clan leader, the elder predator. It's got 2 hinges, so it actually has some little details on the inside. I think it's got some writing, which is quite nice. But you don't want to mess with that too much. I guess for picture purposes, you can open it once or twice. But after that, I'd just say leave it closed. You're better off that way. He's got some trophies hanging around his body here. He's got some spinal cords here, and then he's got his little bling, his bone bling right there. We're running on 11 minutes already. Dang. He's got a diaphragm joint, and then he's got a ball-jointed waist, which worked pretty good. His hips will move out a little bit, not too far. We'll move forward and back. They kind of got that sticky hip syndrome where they move in unison, but yeah, what are you going to do? He's got a thigh swivel, double jointed knee, which works substantially well. And then he also has a ball joint in the foot. It's a little stiff on this side, but he does have bare feet, and he does stand really well. I was going to swap the heads out, but considering we're running a little low on time, I'd say we just call it here. And I'm going to give this guy... what am I going to give you? It's adjusting the set here. For the final synopsis, I think I'm going to give this dude a rough... I'm going to say 9 out of 10, but pick him up. I give him a 9 out of 10 just for the quality issues with the hoses. I think those can be improved upon. Maybe made out of a more solid plastic and maybe separate pieces as opposed to being molded to the figure. Or just maybe just bendy wire with some paint on it. I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to fix, but I think it can be done. The hands are a little hard to interchange, and the bicep being stuck, but that's just on mine. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.